What's up, friends? It's Travis Moody from A Toy Kind of Mood, episode 93. We going live from Big Mama Crib. What's happening, KJ? What's good?
What's going on, man? I know you're East Coasting. Don't forget to eat a bowl of clam chowder for me and a bread bowl. Shout out to Boston. Shout out to my New York City cats. Shout out to Harlem, Shaolin. And that's all the East Coast references I have right now.
That's more than enough. All right, so let me know. I'm on some limited Wi-Fi action right now, so let me know if it's bad for you in the comments. But so far, KJ, we're working, right?
Yeah,
we're working. We're live. We're connecting. Yeah. I don't know. It's my sister had this like Wi-Fi thing, and it said it was expired, but here we are. We're talking. So we're doing it. We're doing it. We are going to cover Hasbro PulseCon. Now, we did before on our 2-year anniversary show, but that was more of an overall preview. We didn't know the schedule. We didn't know the guests. We kind of have a better idea of what we're going to see. As far as PulseCon exclusives, we beat that to live in hell already. So we've already talked about, Serpentor's coming for G.I. Joe. The Orient pack set, 2-pack set is coming to Transformers. So we'll save that. We'll save that for our end coverage. See how we did with pre-orders. I think that'd be more interesting than kind of beating a dead horse as far as that's concerned. But we will preview what we know and what we love to predict. A little more concrete predictions here today. The final countdown, the final predictions to PulseCon 2022 for Hasbro. So it's a little bit of a calm before the storm, if you will, KJ. How you feeling this week in the land of toys, and what's taking you into this big weekend?
Well, right now, Target, they're making my dreams come true, man. They're sitting in a lot of figures. Renew Your Vows, the Power Ranger Ninjas, the Controller Wave. It's all coming in at once, and I've been waiting on this stuff for months, so bring it.
That's what's up. I do want to shout out Ronnie and Vlad because they were, and Robert will join us supposedly any minute now. Good old Bobby Behar, but want to shout out Ronnie and Vlad because they helped us preview originally PulseCon. I don't think they could join us tonight as far as that's concerned, but if you want to watch that preview after this one, just to get some different opinions, I know Eric Corpy, also shout out to him. I'll be seeing him at New York Comic-Con, possibly Worcester Convention this weekend. He had some awesome predictions from back then, but we'll try to relay some new news and new predictions as far as that's concerned. But before we get to Hasbro PulseCon 2022, there was the second, for us, kind of the final Target Fall Geek-Out. Mattel, shout out, of course, I just came back from a 2-week gig working for WWE Mattel, and one of the sets that were there were released on Target. Of course, that Legends wave with the Dingo Warrior, Ken Shamrock. Let's see what else was there. Oh, yeah, HBK, Shawn Michaels. So great set. It's on Target. You can pick it up right now. But we had a lot of predictions coming into Hasbro's fall Target Geek Out, and didn't work out so well, did it, KJ?
No. It was just repaints and repackages. That Cobra Island roadblock, heavy duty, like they had the perfect opportunity to just change the box to say heavy duty. They probably would have sold some more, and that kind of thing. Shout out to Bobby Behar. What's going on, baby?
What's up, y'all? My bad. I thought we were doing it at 3:15. My bad.
So good, man.
My bad.
I don't remember ever saying that, but you know what? You're here now. It doesn't matter. You're only a few minutes late. All we did was the intro. We are here. We are talking right now. Target Fall Geek Out, the Hasbro week, which was last Friday. Bobby, your thoughts on this? Yeah, exactly.
Look, I'm just gonna piggyback off what KJ was saying. Some of this, like, I'll give Dungeons and Dragons their props. Cool. I know Emily was really happy about that, and that's great. If that's your bag, that's your bag. But everything else I saw last year.
Yeah,
Sorry.
for sure. This was a good one right here.
Shout out to the homie Chaz. Chaz the Guru.
We got some amazing, like I think I put on Facebook, I was like, we're just going to be laughing at a lot of Chaz the Guru and Figure God memes. So shout out to them. I think I saw Figure God in the chat. Something about prizes. If we get to 1,000 subscribers, we can get a gridiron set out to somebody. So let's make it happen. Spread the word.
Okay, we're doing giveaways. I didn't know that.
I don't have anything official, but since we saw in the chat, KJ, why not? We're at 994. We're almost there. Get your friends to subscribe to the Best Damn Toy Podcast.
All right, man. I give it a 9.95. Put your butt in an overdrive. Yeah.
Love it. So anyway, I mean, the big concern here, KJ, and you were in the chat right away with the double carded boxing. Things could not get worse with Hasbro when it comes to this. They did announce, I mean, even we heard a little bit of a peep at Comic-Con that, okay, we're going to, anything vintage retro, we're going with some plastic. What the hell happened here, man?
I think they're just biting off more they can chew. Like, they really went all in on plastic-free packaging. But the whole thing about card art is that you're able to contrast and compare the figure with what's going on with the art, right? So it's kind of like you can contrast and compare. You do it as a box, and it doesn't even matter. I mean, I thought you can get worse than this with these crumpled up card backs, but I was wrong. I was so
even
wrong.
Crushed. It looks better than a mint and box that we have over here. An MIBB.
Hey, but listen, man, I got love for Dungeons and Dragons, man. It's like, but they have enough plastic that they can show these off. People have been waiting for these. They need to see what they look like because you're rolling the dice, no pun intended, on the quality in the paint apps.
Yeah, big time. Let's talk. We'll talk about more packaging stuff, but let's talk Dungeons and Dragons. These, of course, are the '80s cartoon figures from '83 and '85. Are any of you guys? We'll start with Bobby. Are you a D&D cartoon type kid?
I am not. This is something that I vaguely remember seeing, I believe, on like comic books, like in that time where it's like the Saturday morning lineup, and I vaguely remember seeing them, but I don't at all remember Dungeons and Dragons. At this time, granted, like from like '83 to '85, I was like 1 to 3, so there you go. But I was He-Man. So like these are like tucked away in like some recesses of my mind. But yeah, D&D, like, they look cool. I think they look fantastic. I'm with y'all. I think that this needs to be plastic and
Big
not
time.
carded. But cool.
Sure. Before I take it to KJ, I just want to mention, okay, so we got, let's see what we got. Let's slide back here. Okay, we got Diana, the Acrobat. So these are Target, I believe, $24.99. None of them are sold out as of yet, except for the Pulse one. So this is Hank the Ranger. And then this set is sold out on Pulse.
Yeah.
And it was $50, which is sick. But yeah, and it was supposed to be slated for next year. And then also the last one here is Bobby the Barbarian with Unicorn. Bobby Behar, the Little Barbarian. But anyway, yeah, this one's still on Target for $24.99. But I don't know. You got any opinions on this D&D shizzle, KJ?
I love playing D&D. I'm in the middle of a D&D Beyond campaign with my homies right now. We meet every Friday. I'm a cleric, class 5. It's dope. As far as the figures go, I'd rather just see if I can find reruns on YouTube and just show my fandom that way. I'm not particularly impressed with these. I'd rather get Mythic Legions.
That's what's up. All right. I have no opinion. I've never been a D&D fan. I joke that I stuck those kids in lockers. I didn't do that. I wasn't a bully, so don't get mad at me. I'm just playing. But anyway, there was more that week besides D&D. We had a Transformers, more than meets the eye. So these are just Bumblebee buzzworthy releases from some scattered movie sets. But any thoughts, KJ? You're kind of a resident Transformers guy when Eric's not around.
I'm loving Transformers right now. I have my Scourge from the Velocitron Speedia collection. But as far as those buzzworthy figures go, $55.99 for the Optimus with the jetpack. I think that was either from Dark of the Moon, something like that. I'm waiting on a sale. Basically, these don't really leap out to me. I'd rather go back and like fill in any holes from Kingdom or Earthrise than get these. That's just me.
Copy that. This is going to be a recurring theme, and it's sad because I'm not stripping. Don't worry. I'm
Show 'em.
Transformers fan through and through. No. Get
all right, fine.
Get out of here. I've had like so many wicked cabs over here in Boston drinking beers all day with Sam Adams Oktoberfest. So look, I know, but I'm a big Transformers guy, and I have no interest in Legacy and Buzzworthy, Bumblebee, whatever. I'm good. But something I do have interest in is Star Wars, Andor, but these two will be clearance weights. I think maybe the whole line might be, unless we get some new characters that we'll talk about. We have some hard predictions here at PulseCon, but any quick thoughts on these, Bobby?
I mean, they're cool. And these are definitely for, I think, someone who is going to be army building. And that's fantastic. However, I think it's hard to army build when your figures are $25-$30.
Yeah. And as we see, Antok Merrick and Galen Urso are now like $6 and $7. So I got Antok for 17. I was pretty happy about that. He was going for about 24, 25.99. So wait, my young Padawans, be patient.
Wait.
You will find stuff target clearance before you know it. All right, but we're all here. Of course, most of our fans are Joe fans, and sadly, thanks to our friend here, Chaz Guru hit us with a double one shot. This is how we felt on that fateful Friday last week. KJ hit us off with something here.
Look, man, I was hoping that we get more news on Python Patrol versus Tiger Force, maybe the debut of a new sub-team. I think we floated more Arctic missions. It's been 2 full years since that Storm Shadow. Something. Anything. It's the same old figs. It's the same old thing. I'm like, look, man, I already got these. I already got doubles. I already hooked up my homies. It's like, you might as well not even bother with this. Just give us some Kleenex or something, some like goldfish crackers. Like,
well, or the same shirt you're wearing, basically, is what Chaz was trying to say with the fun meme there. And yeah, we're always left out. This was supposed to be a G.I. Joe week, and so being pessimistic, I was like, it'll be Super 7 reaction. And then it became a Hasbro week. So I'm like, it has to be Python Patrol and, that whole thing. What was it? Tiger Force. And then, nope. 2 peg warmers got re-released. Thanks, guys.
Well, it's interesting because I remember barbecue was really tough to find for a while. And literally here in Houston, I saw maybe once in the wild. Maybe, I think. I mean, maybe this all comes back to, I think, the distribution is just an absolute train wreck. An absolute, yes, Romo, they do. It did suck, big donkey balls. But I think it still goes back to the distribution. I think that they have a ton of figures that they need to get rid of, yeah, exactly. It was a clear out. I mean, and you know what, this is something that K Wish has pointed out, and we talked to Dan and Ryan about this at Comic-Con. What is up with the distribution and what's up with the boxes, because the King Thor just dropped.
Okay.
And at my Target across the street, they had like 20 King Thors. Yeah. Okay. Like there's like 4 rows of like 5. Yeah. I'm just like, all right, and I'm looking on the back of them. Sorry, mine. And I looked at the back, and there's like what, 6 figures in that wave. Not one. And I saw them opening up those boxes and putting them on the shelf. Not one figure in those boxes were the other figures. So, I mean, I think they have like maybe warehouses full of barbecues going, here you go, take. It's like, like we won Joe's, but just the Baroness from the Snake Eyes movie is still just like lingering on the shelves, no clearance, just lingering there. It's like
full price.
It's really sad.
Yeah.
It's they don't know what to do with this stuff. All right, let's move on from Target Geek-Out because we got a PulseCon. But before that, sticking with Hasbro, oh boy. Let's shout out this G.I. Joe Declassified Target is going to announce on October 2nd, I think, in the flyer. So that may be Joe. So that's the day after PulseCon. We may have to wait for, okay, we'll see what happens there. And then what do we got? Rick Lopez here, October 2nd. They will all drop. Okay, Target said the exclusive Joes. Okay, there you go. They know stuff we don't. So,
and then hold on. Emily said stores are not getting straight cases of figures, no more mixed boxes.
So that might explain it.
Oh, well, that's going to go over well with the fans who want, you know, the whole collection and not just one.
Well, I think it's because of army building. You know what I mean? It's like, and then people are army building even regular characters. So I think they're just going to go, like you said.
Give me all the King Thors. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Was it Thors? Like, didn't in Battle World, didn't they have like a whole fleet of Thor core? Like maybe.
Yeah. They, I mean, I guess you can modify them because you had Battle World, you had tons of Thors, but
I have my Jamaican Thor. I'll have my B&B Airbnb Thor. Like
Airbnb Thor.
I want that one. All right,
I wouldn't mind.
There we go.
All right, let's talk selfie series. This is my favorite thing on the planet. No, I'm good. I'm good. It is 80. Thank you, Chaz. They're going for $80 now, and maybe that's to pay off all the celebrities that are going to be doing it this weekend. I mean, I saw that one of my favorite football players of all time, and it's not Brian Hoyer. We'll talk about him real soon. Go Pats. But Julian Edelman's going to be there. Johnny Gargano. We're talking about more celebrities, but they're there probably to show how cool their selfie series. But then again, if Johnny Gargano has a selfie series figure, then isn't there a problem with Mattel and WWE? That could get really interesting, right, KJ? So if celebrities start doing this, there's some likeness copyright issues there.
They'll be interesting. There'll be some very interesting court cases. Like they'll just be in the courtroom. There'll just be lines of figures. Like here we have Mattel, and here we have NECA, and here we have the selfie series. You know, like
that's right. They're $80. So here's the thing. You have to submit. So it's going to be on the app only, the Hasbro app, mobile app. And you need to submit at least 5 headshots. So I'm assuming they're the ones you take with a selfie, not headshot like Hollywood headshots. And so they want certain lighting. I can imagine this going as well as the 2K facial stuff when you're trying to do WWE and NBA, my player, my wrestler, and it takes like forever, and you look like an alien after all. So we'll see how fun this is going to be. Meme Central, Figure God, and Chaz are going to go to town on this selfie series, and I cannot wait.
It's going to be great. No, they're just charging through the nose. No pun intended with this one. They just have to. They're gonna have to learn the hard way. You know, it's like it's real out here, man. It's like everything from milk to meat. It's like I don't have money to be spending on. Like I said in the chat, like I'll just find a black action figure and just tell people it's me. It's like, hey, look at this selfie series, blah blah blah. You know, like no thank you.
Just give Chadwick Boseman some glasses. That figure for Black Panther, and you're all set. You're all set, man. That's a compliment. He's a handsome stud. I miss him every day. But look, check it out. 14 different options of hairstyles and facial hair. You can be, of course, if you forgot, the Stormtrooper, X-Wing pilot, Leia, Mandalorian, Black Panther, as I said, Iron Man, Spider-Man, Black Widow, Red Power Ranger, Pink Power Ranger, which is my choice. Kidding. Pink Eyes, Scarlet, and male or female Ghostbusters. And when you submit it, pay your $80 plus shipping plus tax. It will be 45 to 60 days from purchase that you will receive this thing. So that's all I got. Bobby, you got anything else about the selfie series before we move on to
PulseCon? Hard pass. Look, and yeah, David said it perfectly. Why Warriors is the $20 jump? Like, why do you go from 60 to 80? Look, I already have a figure of myself. My wife made me a really cool pop custom of me that she has on her desk. It's just why? Like, I get why. I mean, yes, it would be cool to get it as a gift. I get that. Like, oh, I have a figure of myself. This is cool. However, $80 for just a body they already have, and like, look, no, I'm not saying I'm Ewan McGregor, but literally take this figure, paint his hair black, and boom. I'm now a Jedi. Which, I mean, granted, yes, I'm pretty well with the Force, but still, and you know how much? $20 plus new paint. So that's another 10. So $35, and I have myself as a Jedi.
Yep, and there you go.
Yes, my wife does love me.
I mean, I think that's a great concern that I've seen today is, if you can't get these award-winning actors' faces correct, where there's like millions of photos and things you can take, how the hell are you going to get a common person?
I feel that Mandalorian head sculpt was just like they sculpted and then like it fell over overnight and just like smushed the face, and they're like, well, we can't fix it now. F it. Let's just run it out there. And the geeks won't care.
This is a good one. I love it. Loving it. All right, let's talk PulseCon. We'll move on. We'll get some more of the comments later about the selfie series as we go. It is Hasbro PulseCon this weekend. So September 30th, Friday. So it's not a Saturday and Sunday convention like normal. It is a Friday and Saturday convention. September 30th to October 1st. As far as our coverage, I have no idea how we're going to do this. So stay tuned. I'm still thinking about it. It was supposed to be in person with a bunch of guys and might have some guests. I don't know. We'll worry about it. But for now, we'll preview it. Let's take you to the first slide. And it is power. Actually, let me goofed up. I don't have a slide for this one because I mentioned Transformers, how we really talked about everything we could on the 2-year anniversary. I mean, in the description that we now get for the panel, the next figure in Shattered Glass, they call a pretty rad dude. Any guesses, KJ? A pretty rad dude. Shattered Glass.
Pretty rad dude. I don't know. Maybe it's something to do with radiation. I have no idea. Shattered Glass.
Leave some comments, guys. Who is the pretty rad dude from Shattered Glass? Who reads the comic? And who is your guess who the next figure is? I don't follow the line. Just collecting 86. I've said 1,000 times, but that's in the description. So if you can help us out, that great. The exclusive, it says exclusive reveals, but then it says origin story of one of the most legendary bots of Cybertron. But we already talked about it. It was the Hero is Born 2-pack. It has to be that, right? Or is there another origin story of a legendary bot in Cybertron?
Maybe that's exactly what it is, and they're just asking a rhetorical question to keep us talking, which is what we're doing right now.
All right, great. Who do we got? Okay. Do we have any? Nope.
Nope.
All right.
No. I mean,
Rodimus.
Yeah. I thought Hot Rod or Rodimus Prime,
but it would be like a pretty raw dude. I don't know. Is rad?
Well, you can't. That's getting a little. But yeah, I don't know. I'm with you, Trev. I just do the 86 line and.
Yep. And I'm about to 86 the rest of the line. So that's kind of where we're at with Transformers. But if you have any predictions, you have any hot takes on the Transformers panel, please leave comments. We'll talk about it then because I got nothing. I don't know about you guys. We good? I don't even have a still. The
only thing I can predict is they will transform. Maybe with the Red series, who knows? Maybe they won't.
I didn't even think about that one. All right, next up is Power Rangers. And if you haven't seen it and you're a big Power Ranger fan, we did a great show not too long ago. Shout out to Noah Barron and MCU Collector 24. It was a great show. If you're into Transformers, they went to Power Morphicon. I plead that you see this if you're a Power Ranger fan. So this is going to be kind of a star-studded lineup. Of course, the other Black Nerd comedy, not KJ, but Andre Meadows, my man there. And then 2 Boom Studios. I have read the first dozen issues of Power Rangers. Ryan Parrott is very, very cool guy, awesome writer. And also is who is it? Is it Melissa Flores? She used to write Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, but I guess maybe she has an announcement that she's jumping on a comic, maybe the Mighty Morphin or something new. And then the full cast of Dino Fury, of course, they're continuing that season on Netflix with the second half coming up. Guys, we haven't covered a whole lot of Power Rangers other than that pretty awesome episode about a month ago. Bobby, anything? You got anything for me on this one?
Nada. I got nothing.
KJ.
Listen, I've met Andre before. That dude has my career, and I wish him the very best. Outside of that, it'll be cool to hear more about what's going on with the comics. There are some cool characters in the comics that need to be in figure form. The new Green Ranger, all the other Sentries. Getting the Power Rangers from the Ninja Turtles crossover in their street clothes. Like, those are pretty cool. I don't know if they will sell because apparently now the Ninja Turtle stuff is like clearancing and half price, even though I paid full price for those. Worth it. Shout out to Dino Fury. Shout out to Cosmic Fury. We'll see how much fun we're going to have with this.
For sure. So yeah, the comics are great. We're moving on from Power Rangers. So by the way, just to run the schedule here. So this is for Friday. Transformers is 1:15. An hour later is Power Rangers. Okay. So 2:15 Power Rangers. And then at 3:00, here's where we lose all the viewers on the show. And we talk to ourselves because we're heading to Sports Ball Town. We're starting lineup. I'm a big NBA fan. I know Bobby watches it. KJ, you a hoops guy or what? I mean, your name is Kevin Johnson, right?
Yeah.
So
shout out to the NBA Kevin Johnson, who was one-time mayor of Sacramento. That dude's awesome. This I got off the network app. This is the Jordan Dream Team USA 1992 figure. You can get it off of the network app right now for $50. If you Google, you can probably find a network credit and save $10 off of shipping. That's what I did. This is more or less as much as a starting lineup would be, but with soft goods. So starting lineup would have to be as good as this or better. It probably won't be. I'm a black action figure collector. I love basketball. I love sports. So I'm definitely going to get Giannis. I'm going to get Steph Curry. And I have the Mafex LeBron. I'll probably grab that LeBron too. Everything else, we'll have to wait for that next Power Pulse sale. But these cost enough where I'm like, damn, And then just searching, I found this. And I was like, all right, this at least wet my starting lineup itch. Wet my beak a little bit. So scratch that itch. So, yeah.
Just when we thought the selfie series was bad, these are $50, but we can get into a whole licensing thing because the basketball says Wilson, there's Fanatics teaming up, there's a PR company. I mean, the shoes, even though they're not really exact, they do have Nike. There's Nike on the jersey. There's the NBA players, NBA teams, the NBA, their agents, their players themselves are like. There's a million fees here. These are $20 figures, and you're paying $30 in licensing fees. So wait for that Pulse sale because my two guys on the right, one looks perfect, Jason Tatum, Boston Celtic, and I will be picking that one up when it's 40% off, about $25-$30. But Curry looks nothing like him. Poor guy. He's only the best shooter of all time, and they can't even get a scan right. So you really going to do that selfie series if they can't get Stephen freaking Curry right? Think about that for a little bit. But this is the starting lineup. Of course, the return, they all come with a trading card for Panini and an NFT. That's where Bobby comes in. He's super excited about that part.
Yeah. Look, when starting lineup was announced, I got really excited because I still have some of my old original starting lineups. When McFarlane did the basketball and baseball and football, I got a ton of those. I got all the Houston Astros. I've got some of the Rockets. I've got like Oilers. I've got I love my sports figures, but for $50, I could be a millionaire, and I'm still gonna be like, for what? So I'm gonna wait till the clearance. I probably would when they go on clearance. Yeah, I'll get some of those. I'm not even a Mavs fan, but I respect Luka, his game. Like Luka, LeBron, Simmons,
Embiid,
I like
John Morant.
John Morant looks good. Like they look decent, and it's one of those things where let me see them in hand. But for $50, it's like that. Oh,
yeah. How about this? This was funny. And we will stick around because if you want some HasLab memes and fun and shit posting, we got it for you. We're gonna dig into. There's been some updates on the HasLab Marvel Legends Spirits of Vengeance Ghost Rider. We'll talk about that in a bit. But for now, this was great. The Kyrie Irving set, Flames of Fury. I love it.
Hey, Trav, quick question. KJ, quick question. I know. Okay, so these figures are $50. I know that they're bringing a basketball court along with it. Have they announced the price on that?
Wait, there is? Have they revealed that court yet, KJ?
They revealed the hoop. I don't think they revealed the court just yet, and I haven't seen a price for it. I have the Vexed FEXT hoop and court from Big Bad Toy Store. I think the hoop sold out, but you can still get the court. It's kind of a Lego piece, and you can kind of plug in stands like this into the court.
Yeah.
But without the hoop, it's kind of incomplete. And Big Bad Toy Store sold out, so you'll have to get the starting lineup hoop if you want to make that court.
Yeah.
So I mean, and shout out to, we got here right here in the comment, Figure God. Yeah, you guys are, you and Chaz, look at you. We both, the meme gods are in our chat room right now. If you're not watching, slap yourself in the face. Well, you can't do that because you're not watching. I hate you. But anyway, these guys are amazing and they're here supporting us. We love it. This is great. But I don't know. I'm done with starting lineup. What about you guys? I'm just a clearance line for me. I love basketball, but I'll probably just get Celtics and maybe Warriors if they get it right. But I don't know.
Same.
Shout out to Dagon. He's splitting. But yeah, I got my favorites and everything else. If they come down in price sensibly, reasonable price, then I'll think about finishing off the first wave. For right now, I got my 3 picks. I'm just leaving it at that. Sweet.
And here's the moment you guys have all been waiting for. It is Fortnite. No, that's G.I. Joe, and that's later. But Fortnite, KJ, I know you've collected these. You've done a lot of things with Fortnite. I don't got nothing. It's at the panel is at 3:20 Eastern Standard Time. So that means starting lineup is only going to be about 15-20 minutes. So probably a celebrity holding his toy, buy it, $50, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, Fortnite, the Victory Royale series continues. I don't know. You got anything for me? I had nothing.
They're fun figures. If you can get them on sale, they're great. Metal Mouth makes a good compatible figure for classified, sort of like a Neo Viper from Rise of Cobra. But for the rest of these, I mean, it's just fun. I mean, see if you can get that boat. That boat, you can put 4 or 5 figures on that easily. The drift boards, the skateboards, it's fun, man. The arcades, you can get the arcades, and you can holler at Kyle Robinson Presents. Get stickers, and you can make your own 1/12 scale arcade. Cool. So I love it, and they're just fun, goofy, silly figures. It's just going to be more fun, goofy silliness.
Great. All right. It's time. It is time for the main event. 3:45 p.m. Eastern. So that would be what, 12:45 on the West Coast. Now I got to pay attention to the East Coast for this weekend. But yeah, 12:45 Pacific time. Here it is, Marvel Legends. And we're right away, predictions. Bobby, it is not only the Avengers 60th anniversary, and we'll get to that in a second. It is the X-Men 60th anniversary. And there, we got Guardians of the Galaxy 3, which Guardians has always kind of had a slight tie to X-Men as well. But your take, I think these duds would be amazing. Doesn't have to be a multi-pack, but are we going to see these X-Men, these beautiful X-Men from Uncanny 275 in the plastic flesh?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Actually, what's funny, you mentioned this. I was actually talking to our good friend Lance about this because we're talking about HasLab and X-Men, and I said, look, it's the 60th anniversary of the X-Men. I feel they missed a huge opportunity to give us a Danger Room with the tiers being the original X-Men, like a snowman, Iceman. The original X-Men. Let's see, the OG X-Men. Xavier in a wheelchair. We still have to get the all new X-Men from the 70s. We need some of those. Banshee, that Thunderbird. I mean, we're kind of getting that 2-pack with Storm, but we still have the Australian X-Men, that 275 X-Men. I mean, that is a classic get up. I feel that we'd get that with Morph, and then just like different heads. I know it's not because they kind of wasted the HasLab. Sorry guys, with the Ghost Rider 50th. This should have gone to the X-Men or the Avengers, Quinjet. Something that would have like all of us been like, oh yes, or you know what, and they're not going to do it. I wish they would. I really wish they would do this. Do the build a piece, like a build a set with the build a figure. So give us a like diamonds like that with Ghostbuster, where you got all the figures, you created the Manhattan rooftop. Give us a Danger. Give us the Blackbird. Build a figure, but build a jet. There we go.
Yeah, that would have been a much better choice. Yeah,
that would have been like, look, for $35, I would buy something that. Hey, Aaron, you know what? Give us Wave 3 of Age of Apocalypse. There's a ton of figures still left available for Age of Apocalypse. I have Wave 2, kind of passing Wave 1. But if you give us like a Gambit, a really sweet Gambit, the strong guy builder, that'd be dope as hell. Will we see this? No. Do I want to see it? Yes.
Okay. There is a comment I do want to address, but before that, here are some other things that were murmuring around. So we got the Blob is the most requested. It's crazy. The Blob, right? He's like the most requested action figure in Marvel Legends, at least deluxe, in a while. Of course, we're looking at 60th anniversary. So there's a retro cover there with the X Factor. And then Death's Head, the OG. There you go. Let's pop it on Bobby there for a sec. Look at that. Whoa, what happened there? Okay, here we go.
That's dope.
Amazing.
It's got slabbed and graded and everything.
Right? Like, give us and I need a snowman, Iceman. But give us this 5-pack with, a wheelchair-bound Xavier with the blanket over his, and him having naughty thoughts about Jean Grey when she was underage, But yeah, and David's 100% right. Give us, finish the waves, finish the teams. We need to finish X Factor, X Force. Yes.
So yeah, there's been leaks, and if you don't want to hear them, I guess mute or look
Spoilers.
away. Spoiler alert. Who cares? They're toys that you're gonna buy in a day or pre-order. But I do have the Avengers 60th anniversary list, but I did not know about. It says the blue and gold teams are coming in his leak. So obviously, I was onto something. I did not know that. That was just me wishing that those uniforms are coming. And then Death's Head has been requested to death. It does seem like Dwight, Ryan, and Dan do listen to fans as far as when it's in their hands and in their control, they bring a lot of figures to the line. They may not be able to control prices of things that we'll talk about in a minute, but Death's Head, the OG, because Death's Head 2 is there. I wanted to point them out. But look, Avengers, it is the 60th anniversary of the Avengers. And so the list I have is Black Knight and Cersei. And why would that be even a thing? Target exclusive Black Widow. That doesn't even make this list doesn't make sense. Guys, can you Walmart Bucky Cap, like Hawkeye and Sky Cycle? That doesn't sound realistic to me. But Bobby, go ahead.
Okay, so half that crap. Just like I don't think people really. I mean, to finish an Avengers team from the 90s and the 80s, yes, Black Knight, Cersei, fine. Hawkeye with this Sky Cycle, that'd be kind of dope. They did that actually about 15 years ago with the Riders lineup when they were with Toy Biz. The Bucky cap, I guess a World War II style cap and Bucky that we got, again like 15 years ago,
which works for 60th anniversary. Okay, that would make sense then if it's a Walmart exclusive Bucky cap. So it wouldn't be. But no, Bucky cap is modern cap though.
Okay, okay, my bad. I was
Bucky
thinking of like
cap. It isn't Bucky cap from. Yeah, no, it's
when
Bucky
was Cap. Okay, and Diamond Select did that figure about 10 years ago. Marvel still hasn't. Hasbro still hasn't done yet. Yeah, Bucky cap on Vulcan body exactly. Yeah, that would be actually pretty freaking dope.
Okay.
So yeah. Super articulated.
All right.
Didn't we already? Aren't they
we
all?
got like a million Black Widows. Sorry for cutting off Bobby's face, but here we go. We'll do this. These comments are interesting. Let's hit them now. Here we go. Scott Hawk is celebrating 60 years. Okay, so Hawkeye. The other one I can see because of the show, but it's Hulk, not She-Hulk. So Hulk and Bruce Banner. That's been requested to have that as a 2-pack. AJ.
No, that would be a great 2-pack. I keep thinking about what substitute Bruce Banner I could use, and if we get one, that would help me out a lot as far as photos and everything else.
The other one. Oh, go ahead, Bobby.
No, I was gonna say I've seen people use the hood.
The hood, right? He's like, I'm hulking out.
Yeah, and he's hulking out. But I would like to see like a mild mannered Bruce Banner. We're talking Avengers. I gotta keep the hat on. A mild mannered Bruce Banner, like maybe like with like a, I don't know, like a beaker or something. They have like tons of them already. But with a would Hulk? I mean, maybe a Jack Kirby-ish Hulk.
Yeah, that looked like an OG one. Like or Avengers 1. Oh yeah, I don't know. Iron Man MK1. So that's obviously the first appearance. That kind of that non-articulated Iron Man.
Yeah, but I want that in gold. I want. Are we now because it's Avengers? Okay, yeah, the gray Kirby Hulk. But Avengers #1, Iron Man was gold, not the silver. So I kind of want that gold or that mustard yellow Mark 1.
All right.
So is this just going to be a bunch of repacks, KJ? So there's Captain Marvel and Doctor Doom.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going like with the comic book aesthetic and they're just, redoing those old figures like when Hasbro first took on the license, right? Because like that old style, it's hard to pose them. It's hard to really get them to behave. I have an old Red Skull right now that I'm reconfiguring to Nick Fury, and it's tough. I can't make it stand. So yeah, if they can do them in a modern 2022 sensibility, go ahead and re-release all those. Yeah, I'll plug a lot of holes in a lot of collections.
Which now makes sense why they came with stands or like little like detox, because like they can't stand, but if you place them against something, there you go.
Yeah. There you go. Rambo obviously is about to make it big with the Marvels.
Mania.
Skrull Queen and Super Skrull. That would be an incredible set, especially with that pack we got from Hasbro, which was like a fan favorite of ours from last year. The Skrull Army Builder set. That would be just amazing to have together.
Yeah. Isn't Galactus shipping now?
Yes.
Aren't people getting shipping notices for Galactus? Yeah.
Yep. So that goes along with that. Super Adaptoid 12-inch. All right. Super Adaptoid. And then Thor and the Destroyer. That's what this is the Avengers 60th anniversary. This seems like way too many figures. Do you guys really expect PulseCon to release 12 2-packs for?
I would be impressed. I
don't know. But I don't see how that would happen. But here's one. I think we got the movie coming up right across the Spider-Verse. We haven't had a spot in a minute. And a new Miles suit that seems likely, but maybe if not for PulseCon in the near future. And this is funny. Their guest, as we already talked about, Johnny Gargano, he once was Wolverine in NXT. And it is no longer NXT 2.0. But anyway, this is crazy with Johnny Gargano, who promotes Mattel action figures, and then he's going to be on Hasbro's Marvel Legends. Okay, so this is like an AEW and WWE kind of team up there. KJ, what's going on with Johnny?
Hey, man, people like the money, man. He saw what Sarge did. Sarge is getting money from everybody left and right, so, I mean, why not Johnny Gargano? Go for it.
Right. And then the other guy, of course, I mentioned him earlier, Brian Hoyer. This is the most random guest ever. He is now the starting quarterback, sadly, of the Patriots because Mac Jones got hurt at the game I went to at the very end. I left and heard the crowd.
Pats.
What was that?
I said, you're bad luck for the Pats, Moody.
It was a great game. It was a great game. They fell apart in the fourth. I didn't expect them to beat the Ravens anyway. They got freaking Michael Jordan quarterback in that team, Lamar Jackson. But it was an awesome, great game. But Brian Hoyer, congratulations. I guess you're stepping in, as far as I know, as the number 1 QB until they sign someone else. So,
real quick, I will say about Hoyer, because Hoyer was backup here in Houston.
Wait, hold on. He was a backup for every team in the NFL.
That is true. I think he and Fitzpatrick are the two most well-traversed quarterbacks. I like Hoyer. I always thought he actually did pretty good here in Houston. I felt bad for the guy because he had a bad offensive coordinator. But this is just random. Like, I feel like, is Hoyer really a fan of Marvel Legends, or is Hasbro like, hey, we're in Massachusetts. You're a Massachusetts guy. Can you come talk to us? Thank you.
Yeah, not bad. But supposedly he's a big Marvel Legends collector, so we have that going on. There'll be some star-studded panels. So next up is here we go. Quantumania I mentioned in Count, and it was at Count Nefaria. And Yeah, and then we'll get Jonathan Masters, Kang, because we have Jonathan Masters as the what was it, KJ or Bobby?
He that won't be named. He
who remains. That's what we saw him first on Loki. But yes, he's going to be in this more classical Kang the Conqueror appearance.
Are you expecting? This is part of my predictions. Are you expecting that to? Is it too soon because they just came out with the He Who Remains, or will it be a new the Kang?
I'm thinking that we've seen this poster art. They can save Cassie Lang for a future wave and Kang for a future wave, so they can do Ant-Man and the Wasp, right? The Wasp had cleared out for you can get her for like $5-10 at this point. But if they do some upgrades, maybe something cool with the helmet or the mask, people might pick up a new Wasp figure. But I could see a first wave debuting some of those Quantum Mania figures right now. Yeah.
Now, when's the release for that movie, Bobby?
All I know is that sometime next year. The only reason I'm going to say that we don't see the Kang figure yet is because we haven't gotten a trailer yet for Ant-Man and Quantumania. And I don't think that because this is Disney, I guess we have a picture of it. I don't think we're going to have a spoiler of the figure yet until we at least get a trailer. Now, if Marvel goes, thanks, David. It's February. Okay,
February 17th. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
So I think that if we got a trailer somewhere like in the next 48 hours, cool. But until that time, I don't think we'll see a Kang figure until we get a trailer. Just because Marvel and Disney will not let that. They're not going to be upstaged by a 100%. Toy company.
What's up, Payne's Toy Samples? Thanks for checking in with us. Better late than never. We got still a lot to talk about, and everyone's favorite toy brand is coming up, but we got a HasLab disaster to talk about. What's next? Oh, one before that. This was leaked. We have Ironheart from Wakanda Forever. I actually think this is a cool-ass figure, but we know the deluxe pricing is going to be super high, but I was like, this kind of reminds me of like some kaiju Pokemon Gundam shit going on. I'm a fan of the suit. I don't hate it. It's different. It's not just a woman in an Iron Man suit. I think it's terrific. I mean, anybody else want to take it?
Yeah, I mean, it kind of looks like a Pacific Rim Jaeger suit. But
the Jaeger, not kaiju. Yeah, Jaeger. Sorry about that. Kaiju are the monsters. Yeah.
But I'll be honest with you. I kind of wish they would have just held off on the reveal. Like this would have been like a really cool big damn hero moment in Wakanda Forever. And
this was a leak. I don't think it was a reveal. It was a leak, I think, right? Wasn't it?
Yeah, this leak. But I still wish that it hadn't. I wish I just known. I wish I would have just waited for the film.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I mean.
Deoxys, yeah. Shout out to Pokemon Go. Yeah, this kind of looks like a Deoxys Pokemon a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of with Cage on this. I wanted to have this be revealed in the movie and have that hero moment happen. I'm intrigued to see though how this plays out in the movie a lot because in the comic books, she's genius on par, if not better than Tony Stark, and Tony Stark actually funds her college. I'm interested to see where they're gonna go with this. So,
and yes, we are going to talk about that right now. There's more meme fun figure god in the house. This was not a fistful of dollars, so I wanted to follow up on that. The other meme god is talking. Chaz the go, it's down. It was almost what was it, 6,300 or 6,700? I don't even know, but it is down almost 1,000, as far as I know.
No, it's in pretty bad shape. It's probably going to go all the way down to 5,000. Like Chaz said, right now we're at 54, 51 backers. They still got 33 days left, so they still got some time. But it was, above 6,000. It was like you said, 6,300. Yeah, man, it's an own goal. They kicked it into their own goal.
That's a good one. This would have worked out well if the website my Geeks Have Game would have still been God Hates Geeks. This would have been the most perfect name for shout out to the old school OG GHG. God Hates Geeks, of course. Bobby, a founding member there. But yeah, this is a funny one. We're just having a trip, and yeah, look at this. The Marvel team at Mephisto's again. Oh yeah, that's just the hits keep on rolling.
No, here's the thing, because it's not like Dwight was the dude who was like, yeah, 350. Jump, bitch, jump. Like, that's not how that worked. It was the suits.
Jump Street, yeah.
You know? Like, we wanted that Charger. We wanted human form Robbie Reyes, and we'll touch on that a little bit more, too, because there's been some breaking news.
Yeah.
We'll get to we got that going.
That price point priced us all out. Shit is real out here right now. Rent, bills. We're out here in LA. We have the damn flex alert going on, turning off our AC. Those who have it, it's like, this is not a time. I don't have money like that to be spending on the car. I have other things that I could show off in a little bit. But yeah, they just had to. It's good to see the community speaking loud and clear. Right, a message has to be sent, and we send it with our wallets. So good on them. I hope this thing goes below 5,000. I hope it goes below 4,000. It's not going to fund anyway. The message has to be sent.
Yeah, and look, it isn't. I made some jokes. It's like almost like we got the people defending Hasbro and the people not, the man babies, the shills, whatever. But it's okay to be in the middle and be like, hey, I love the Hasbro team. I love Dan. Met him in person. I mean, Bobby and KJ and we all met. You know, Ryan and Bobby, and then Dwight, of course, has been good to our channel. And these guys are awesome, but they don't make the prices of these toys. They can sit in these boardrooms and make suggestions, and at the end of the day, their boss's boss makes the deal, and that's it. You know, no matter what. We got some comments flying in. Of course, here's the breaking news for today. Robbie Reyes will now be included, but no gray pants. So because when he transforms in the comic, there was a reason for that whole, because originally I was like, just do the head sculpt, which is in the hood, which is what they're doing now to save that cost and not worry about the early bird thing. And they're kind of like listening to that. I'm not saying they're listening to me, but listening to that suggestion. But then you lose. Now there's some people that are mad about it because the gray pants are part of his, his persona as Robbie Reyes and not just Ghost Rider. So you kind of get a mashup. I'm okay with this. I think it's a good move, but it's definitely damage control, Bobby. What do you think?
Oh, Jesus. We could do a whole episode on this alone. Once again, I was actually talking to Lance about this. They priced themselves out of this horribly. When Hasbro did the Hiss tank, that was listening to the fans. The fans wanted the Hiss tank. And people have been wanting that for a while.
Yes.
This, nobody was asking for the Challenger. Now, is it a badass piece? Yeah. This is dope AF.
It's a Charger. You said Challenger?
Charger, yeah.
Okay. No, okay. Just wanted to correct that. But go continue. Sorry.
It's the Charger. The flamed wheels, the flame effects, the LED.
Yeah.
Like, that is all beautiful. However, for the 50th anniversary, and if you want someone to jump on the Ghost Rider bandwagon, which, okay, sure, go for it.
Thank you, Chad.
Then you go with what everyone knows. The bikes. You go for the Johnny Blaze 70s bike, the Danny Ketch 90s bike, and you know what? You give us two different figures. Don't do swappable heads. You give us two figures, and you make that either you make it a 2-pack, like for 100, like 150, whatever, or you do it like 200. You give us the two Ghost Riders, Mephisto and Blackheart. You give us one bike, and you can swap out like the different pieces. You do that. You do it for 150. There we go. Boom. You do that for 150. Like, I'm sorry. Those are both. I believe
Danny Ketch on the left, and then the trench coat Johnny Blaze on the right.
I think those are both either Eddie Granav or Gabriel D'Auto. I believe.
Insane artwork. Yeah, I love these two figures, and they're iconic. They're iconic, right?
Iconic. And if you had gone. If Hasbro had gone with these two looks, this is backed as quickly as the Hiss tank.
100,000% nailed it. Yep.
And Hasbro really shot themselves in the foot. And now Marvel Legends has an L. Not like Star Wars. Star Wars has two L's, but they've got They've got
not looking too good.
And look, has Marvel Legends, has a good track record with their HasLab. You had the Sentinel, you had Galactus, and now it's 2 out of 3 is not bad.
No,
2 out of 3 is still a good track
well,
record.
there's still a long way to left. I mean, was it 38?
Yeah, 30 days,
40
days. This could, and I know KJ is gonna like stare a hole through my soul all the way from LA. This could be backed. I still think this could be backed. However, because Lance bet me $5 they wouldn't get back. I'm like, it could back. It's 60%. You still got 4,500 more or 3,500 more backers to go. I get it. That's a lot. But I really think that something like this, and granted the His Tank, it got back so damn quickly. They're like, oh, you get this and this and this and this, and now it's like, but no one's gonna put down $300, $400 with taxes and shipping and handling if you're not part of the Hasbro group, without knowing who else you're getting. Cool, we're getting Mephisto. Is a Ghost Rider, a Challenger, and Mephisto worth $400? No.
Not at all. So I don't know, KJ, you want to have some final thoughts on this HasLab so we can move on to Yo Joe?
I would say, yeah, it's just costs too much. Hey, Travis, spotlight me here for a second. Here's the Bratz cruiser car. Shout out to Bobster. Bobster 360 debuted this. This thing is compatible with your Hasbro figures. Looks amazing, and it's $37. You can get it on Amazon. You can get it on Walmart. And it works. Shout out to Tony's Figs, Anthony Romo. He has it with the Gangsta Lean right now with Jigsaw and Hammerhead. It works. This shit is only $40. 40. After tax and shipping, the Hell Charger, the Engine of Vengeance, would be 10 times as much. All right. So we have to have a real discussion about price gouging, about what are you willing to pay. That Punisher van? That Punisher van is going to be $500. It's a box on wheels with guns. So if Hasbro keeps trying to squeeze blood from a stone, the blood doesn't come from the stone. It comes from your own hand. In the community, we don't have the Rancor, right? We're probably not going to get this Hell Charger. Maybe we do, maybe we won't.
Yep.
But it's like we can have this stuff if we just meet in the middle. And Hasbro, they can screw this all up for all of us. They're out of millions of dollars, and we're out of cool vehicles and accessories. Like I said, $37. Highly recommend it on Amazon, on Walmart. It's awesome.
It's beautiful. Bobby, go ahead.
Yeah, no.
Do you want to answer this? Let's answer this question first. Sorry about that. Leanne Hobbs asked, is Robbie the additional tier? No, it is being thrown in all in at 9K. That's And then Mephisto at 12K, but man, that doesn't look too promising right now. But go ahead, Bobby. Sorry about that.
No, I was gonna piggyback off what KJ just said. But I liked how right after the HasLab fiasco happened, McFarlane goes, "Oh, here's our monster truck for Batman for 100. Like what is it? 100, 120?
No, it's like 50.
It's 50. Okay, so there you go. And granted, it's just literally just the skeleton of a monster truck, but that's pretty badass for $50. So you're like, okay, here you go. It's just Hasbro is just first we get that crappy Rancor, then we get a spinning lightsaber. Oh, I'm sorry, spinless lightsaber. There we go. Look at that. Granted, that is bare bones. It's okay, cool, but for $50, you could use that. You can use that easily with your Avenger, with Hawkeye, and having or your G.I. Joe classifieds.
Yeah. And like Payne said, that's 50 with the figure. So you get the Death Metal Batman along with it as well, if you don't already have it.
I was thinking this too, right here. I was thinking this. Craig Dukas, what's up, man? That truck screams Dreadnought. Yeah, Everything does.
I swear, Moody, you'll take any figure and just turn it into a Dreadnought.
Dreadnought. Since we're never getting the Dreadnoughts in time, shout out to Lenny. I might see him Sunday. He might watch some football. But look, Dreadnoughts are the way to go, man. My Bone Collector and Karak and company and the Punisher and Crossbones join Zartan Deluxe, and that would look beautiful with it, wouldn't it?
True.
That would look like something else. I just want to shout out this one. I love the new modular Iron Man, and I did a little something. I don't do a whole lot of diorama stuff, but I thought this was funny. You got Charles Bronson telling Robert Downey that he, with one snap, it's all going down, son.
Oh, wait, is this yours? You made this?
Oh yeah, that's a little bit of mine. I mean, that backing is from the Disney store. They had it on clearance. Right?
Yeah.
They had it on clearance, and so how could I say not? And then yeah, that's a little something fun. I had a minute to play with my toys before taking off to Beantown, so I just wanted to shout that out. But Ardo, we done talking about this thing to death or what? I mean, you either, and I don't want to say tell people to move along if you don't like it. No, we have a right to be mad, but at the same time, don't get too mad at the guys creating and designing these things. They're not in charge of 350, and I think someone else put a great picture up on our Toy Kind of Mood. It was 350 if you got the bike, the horse, and all the Ghost Riders. I mean, I'd pay 450 for that set. You know what I mean? But 350 for this, hell to the no for now. So
right, and just and real quick, just before you say, Fortnite, that charger looks amazing. The wheels look amazing. The figure, I mean, no one is blasting, and I think we need to be clear about this. No one's blasting the Hasbro design team. They did a fantastic job with this. Like, you can have it where the LED pulsates. They did a great job. I think, it's just, I got to put this up there. This is great. Hasbro.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Hasbro in general is putting too much attention towards stockholders and the board. Yeah, versus giving, which, granted, their job is to make money. No shit. You Chad's 100% right. But on that same note, they need to, if you price out your collectors, then guess what's not going to happen? You're not going to make any money. And Mattel and Uncle Todd, I'll put in a lot. They are. I mean, granted, they've gone up a little bit in price, but still under $20.
Mm-hmm.
Great. I'm still going He-Man. I'm not going, you know what? I'm going to have to wait on that. I don't want to get that just yet. He-Man coming I'm like, yeah, I'll get it. Sure, why not? I'll get it. Marvel Legends, I'm like, it's cool, but for 25, 30, 35, 40, I mean, no.
Exactly. Hey, now that we have a little intermission here, I just want to thank everybody watching. This was kind of off the cuff. I'm on vacation. Also did some work, went to a wedding, and man, thank you guys for watching. We have 25 people watching at once, and we're almost at 1,000 subscribers. Get us there. Tell your mama, tell your friends, your cousins, your friends, your toy fiends. Tell the simps, the shills, the man babies. Get on the best show. We appeal to all. A Toy Kind of Mood. And we're almost getting there, and we'll have some great coverage this weekend. Not sure how, but we'll do it.
We'll get it.
So look, that was Pulse Day 1. Again, just to recap, Marvel Legends panel is at 3:45, and then I think what is it? The pre-orders for Pulse members, Premium Pulse Early Access will be at 5 p.m. Eastern time, as far as I'm concerned. Right? Is it East? Yeah, it's got to be Eastern if it's Hasbro Pulse. Right. So 5 p.m. and then so that would be 2 p.m. for Los Angeles, so West Coast. And then 6 o'clock all access. You get the leftovers. So
6
good
o'clock
luck.
Eastern. Yeah.
6 o'clock Eastern, which would be 3 o'clock on the West Coast. So that's the pre-orders. And again, we're not going over the pre-orders because there's like 5 freaking things, and you guys should know it by now. It's Serpentor, it's Orion. I don't even know what else is it. Some Star Wars.
Orion Pax, Althea Tron.
The Andor, that crazy Andor 2-pack that was supposed to go at Comic-Con. There's not a whole lot, but Serpentor is the winner there, and you get your keyboards ready, get your fingers ready for that one. Speaking of, guys, it is Joe time. That's the reason we have these people in the chat. They don't care about anything else. Well, they care about Marvel a little bit, but they care about Joe a lot. And why not? The two, come on. We got the icons, the Sarge. Shout out to Zazel, right? Okay, the Sergeant Slaughter Slaughterhouse. Great channel. Go peep it out. Help him come to Pulse. What is it? Joe Fest next year. Let's get him to Joe Fest. He's all the way down in Australia. And Larry Hama is going to be there. They brought him back, the king of the G.I. Joe comics. And man, what a twosome we're going to have here. Bobby, what are you thinking? Seeing these mega icons of the Joe world, they are going to be at PulseCon. These are some celebs I'm actually happy about because they have real, authentic, say and touch, and they're they're not just like wrestlers or basketball players or rappers or whatever DJs. They are models, influencers. They are the real deal. Sarge and Larry.
This is G.I. Joe.
This is G.I. Joe.
This is like, and yes, granted, Sergeant Slaughter is, but Larry Hama is G.I. Joe. Like the only other person I can think of G.I. Joe wise would be like, Mark Blaylock, who wrote in the early 2000s. But if you go like who created Larry, G.I. Joe, you won't think off the cuff, the 60s 12-inch G.I. Joe. It's like, oh no, Larry Hama created the G.I. Joe franchise in 1980, and everything before that and everything after that doesn't exist. It's just Larry Hama. Mm-hmm. So seeing Larry, and I've met him before, wonderfully nice gentleman. And Sergeant Slaughter, like, this is Joe. This is what I want to see. It's like, if you have an X-Men panel and you want, and if it was still around, like having Stan Lee talk about it, that's what I want to see. Mm-hmm. I don't care. Like, cool. Julian Edelman likes Marvel, likes figures. That's cool. That kind of helps take the stigma off of, toy geeks being like, in their mom's basement. That helps. It definitely helps the look. But this is what and who I want to see talk about G.I. Joe. These two guys.
Oh shit, we got a big dude in the chat right now. Look at that. Stop buying anything. Elite Legend, you made me laugh all week on my trip. Thanks, man. You are relentless, dude. I can't keep up with your Dusty Rhodes giving his opinions on what Dan's doing at Marvel Legends. I love it all. Thank you so much for having our back and attacking Viper Island back in the day, the cold days. Oh, look at this. We got Diana Davis in here. Ron Ruda.
Right.
Yeah, there you go.
We have a lot of people contributed to Real American Hero.
I know. I'm not saying that Ron, was not, like Stan Lee.
Ron is the Jack Kirby of that too.
Right, exactly.
Larry Stan Lee, he's Jack Kirby, and we know how that goes. So big shout out to Ron. I kind of wish he was part of this as well.
But you needed Larry Hama and you needed Marvel to come up with the lore, to come up with the story in the universe, to come up with Cobra, to give the G.I. Joe someone to fight. Yeah.
Did Jack Kirby create the X-Men and Cap? Yes, but he also needed Lee and Joe Simon. So yes, no offense to Ron Rudat. Like yes, he did co-create it, but yes, what I'm saying is that when I talk see G.I. Joe, these are the guys I want to see, not an athlete, not not a super like a celebrity. I want to see people actually that created them.
Yeah, we're not trying to discount any creators here. It's more like we actually got creators here instead of just jocks and whatnot. Which is I got freaking a hockey shirt on, so I love sports. So anyway, here we go. Articulate Chad. High as 118 line. Get some brand panel time.
That Snake Eyes looks great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but now for $30, it is a classified 3 3/4 version. In my opinion, it's not any different. Right. So you're paying $10 more than you did for Snake Eyes classified for 118.
I mean, you can also get a 12-inch kids figs that's $5 if that's how we're gonna take it. I mean, quality is quality.
No, I'm not discounting that at all. What do we got? All right, G.I. Joe. I think they're gonna announce mid-level vehicles because with the His Tank success, they prove that it's kind of might be a way to defer all the hate to the Charger is by giving us vehicles on the shelf. Now, these are the kind of vehicles I can see on the shelf. A Target exclusive Cobra Ferret, a Walmart exclusive Skyhawk, or not, PulseCon, hopefully, or brand fan channel ready to order. What do you guys think in the comments? Are we going to see mid-level vehicles? I asked this question at Comic-Con. Of course, Emily doesn't let Lenny answer anything. So, but I got the feeling that we're going to see it because we've seen the coil, the ram, right? And then we got the His Tank. And I asked what about that middle ground? So I think we're going to see it. I think the line is hot. It's successful. KJ, your opinion? Are we going to see this or what?
I'm hoping. We already know that the Trouble Bubble pod is coming. I think it would be real easy to do these. I got to show this off one more time. $40 for this cruiser car from
Brad. That's a big vehicle, and that's $40.
So here's the thing: like if you have the ram cycle, the coil cycle for $20 a piece, and that's how they're packaged with those characters, the figure is going to be 20. Let's be nice, $22.99, $24.99. All right, let's just be real, right? So these mid-size vehicles are probably going to be double the plastic, or in some cases triple the plastic of those motorcycles. So we're looking at easily $79.99. We may be looking at $89.99 for vehicles along with the figure. Hopefully Hasbro doesn't do something stupid. I don't want to pay $100 for a Cobra Ferret. I don't want to pay $100 for Skyhawk. I don't want to pay $100 for these mid-size vehicles.
Yeah.
So let's keep it to $69.99. Keep playing games with us. We'll wait till Target clearances those out, those breakers. Travis, how many of those breakers did you get when they clearanced, man?
I got a few. I think I got two. I got two Rams at home, and I think I bought one of the Rams off Dave, who bought like 4 of those things.
Yeah, I bought like 6 of those, and I ended up just hooking up my homies. They were like $10 a piece. So
where did you find them for $10 a piece?
At Target, they were throwing them away like flapjacks because they were clogging up the shelves. They were clogging up the shelves.
I found 3 of these. And all in like the 5 Targets I went to.
Put it back up again one more time.
Okay, so there. Look, I just haven't opened them yet. That's it.
You're only a year behind, or a year and a half. When did that get that thing come out?
It was a year. It was like
I got this in the box. I just haven't done my unboxing of it yet. I've been kind of stockpiling some figures to do for our TikTok channel. No, like it's one of those things where like I never once and still after I bought this, I saw like 2 more times. That's it. Never have I seen it in Houston. So that was what $40
$41.99 was what they were.
So look, that was great. These I look, it's one of those things where they've got to watch that price point again, because I think HasLab with the Hiss kind of like, oh, they'll pay like $300 for this. Well, no, because look at going back to Marvel Legends, like the Challenger, or the Charger is floundering, but they did the Ghost Rider Punisher. They gave us that. They gave us Squirrel Girl and her. Right. Like you can do these with a great price point. Like just like if these are like $50 with a figure, I'm down. I love it.
I was going to ask about that. Is that okay? So if we get a mid-level vehicle at $50, but you got to think about the Baroness and the Coil. That was 40 or 42, and these are twice the size of that. So you're looking at, I think KJ's $79.99 scares me, but I think that's might be it. $69 might be better.
Let me ask you all this though. So McFarlane did drop that Bat monster truck with the Dark Knight for $50. That is A, that's a great price point. But B, do you think that Hasbro will look at that going, oh?
No, they won't care. They play by their own rules, Hasbro. They do not get influenced by other toy companies like that. I mean, they get influenced by fans not buying and funding their shit, but I don't think they're going to care what McFarlane or I just don't.
Okay, that's fine.
KJ, the price on a figure with Ferret or figure with Skyhawk, $79.
I'm thinking
it's 25 for the figure, right? So 25 minus 80 is 55. So,
I'm thinking 50. 50 is a fair price for that Cobra Ferret. 50 is a fair price for that Skyhawk.
Yeah.
Right. And we're saying 20 for the motorcycles, for the Ram cycle. It's on Hasbro to not overprice these. Price them to sell. Right? If I'm selling stuff on eBay and I want it to be fair, but what the market will bear, I want to get my money back, right? I want to make some money. Yeah, I want to make some money. But if I have that too high, it's just not going to move. It's just going to sit in my room somewhere, right? Mm-hmm. So if they want to move this product, they don't want stuff clogging up shelves, making themselves look bad in front of the retailers. Just price it sensibly. Yes, $50 for the vehicle, $25 for the figure. $74.99, $69.99 if they want to be smart about it.
Yeah, I got it. I think that's fair. For sure. What do we want to see? Let us know in the comments. Man, this is the part of the show where we can't keep up because it's like the G.I. Joe chat just destroys it's like, what do we do, KJ, with this stuff? But look, next, I know Ryan mentioned this one. Our friend Ryan Sweeney's in the chat. Dreadnought Ryan. I don't think they're going to step on the Spirits of Engines dust right now and present another HasLab. I think the Thunder Machine. I know you want this because you're a Dreadnought, Ryan, but maybe, right? And then Lenny joked about Rolling Thunder, as we know, as Viper Island made ever so famous. But I don't think we see another HasLab or even a hint of one until that whole Marvel Legends thing is done. Bobby?
We won't see another HasLab this year. We won't.
This year at all?
No.
Not even Star Wars? Don't you think they need something?
Do they need a win? Yes. Are they still licking their wounds from having 2 failures? Yes.
Yes.
Because let's see here. So we had the failed, and here's where we had the failed Rancor at the end of last year, beginning of this year. We had the failed lightsaber in, was it March,
right.
April, right around Obi-Wan. We had the his tank gangbusters because people wanted that. Okay, great. Now, going into October, we've got what could be another miss. That's 3 out of 4 misfires with HasLab.
Yeah. Now,
granted, none of these get made until they get back. So, maybe HasLab does give us one November, December for Q4, because we did kind of get one each quarter. But Q4, man, I don't think we get another one announced, at least if anything, till December, just because of they're just unless it is a Quinjet or a Blackbird or a Thunder or something that G.I. Joe, like something that the fans have been actively asking for.
Well, as when it comes to G.I. Joe fans, we ask for everything.
Everything. And you know what? And credit to Lenny. Lenny's like, look, this is only a year and a half, 2-year-old line. So we have a lot of stuff that we're still trying to figure out when we can make it. So you know what? Here's the thing. G.I. Joe fans, our comment section blew up. The viewership blew up when we got to G.I. Joe magically. We could see a G.I. Joe. I don't know, because we just threw down for the his tank in August. And in the chat, guys, if I'm wrong, ladies and gents, if I'm wrong, let me know. But are y'all willing to do 2 HasLabs in the same half year?
Whew.
Well, I think spacing and timing very important. Think about the time it took between the Sentinel and Galactus. Think about the time it took between Sky Striker and his tank. I think if we're going to see another Joe HasLab, I think it would kind of have to be a retro 3 3/4 scale HasLab. That makes sense to me, right?
I was going to ask that. I was going to ask you that actually. Do we go back to 118 because the Sky Striker funded? So you don't skip 118 and do another classified. I think we go back, right?
And if you stick to 118, that lets you do Rolling Thunder. That lets you do this thing, that thing. Maybe not the flag. Maybe not even the flag, but it lets you do those big gargantuan vehicles and play sets, right? We can do a Terradrome HasLab. Shout out to welcome to the Terradrome hashtag W3TD. Right?
That's right. We need to do another show soon. But yeah.
But it's just, for me, it's one of those things where will Hasbro go for another HasLab? From the comics section, let's do it. I think it depends on what it is. I think
would be Joe. I agree with Leanne here, is that we had the his tank. So, and then it would be Cobra for retro. So I think Thunder Machine for retro, and then obviously a tank or a plane that's for Joe for classified. Yeah,
it's gonna be Joe, because right now Joe's Joe's popular, Joe's big, and because even when we spoke with Lenny and Emily at Comic-Con, they were shocked at how fast his tank got back.
8 hours, not even 8 hours.
Not even half a day. They met the requirements, and within was it a full 48 hours? They had all 5 tiers met. It's yes, G.I. Joe, and if you're classified, if you're the O-ring collector, then yeah, that's Sky Striker. I won't lie. after I saw the Sky Striker at San Diego, I was like, I should have backed it. Oh well.
Yes. Yeah.
So much for Joe fans being cheap, then, right?
Right.
Because
But look,
we're
it's one of those
funding
things
everything
where-
in records.
yeah, I mean, but you know, it's with G.I. Joe, they want, like, y'all want, and I say y'all because I do classified, but like G.I. Joe fans, like when we told Lenny's like, they want everything, we want it all. Like, I get it. Like, I like, even when I asked Emily, I'm like, I want Mask, and she's like, I can't confirm nor deny anything. I'm like,
all right. So with that, shout out to David Speck, friend of the chat. I mean, when it came to his tank, I paid $2.99 for that his tank. That shit hurt me, but I paid it because that was a good price for all that, right? So, like, if they price it right, you won't hear a lot of crime.
It was it hit that sweet spot for the price. Plus, you got what, 4 figures with it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The gunner, the tactician, and we still haven't voted on the colors, and then the retro misprint Cobra Commander. Yeah.
Oh, great point, KJ. So that should happen this weekend, and that's a Ron Rudat thing. So maybe he, right, Diana, maybe he is going to be the surprise guest with Larry Hama.
That'd be cool.
Ron Rudat, and then we can finally vote on the damn turret gunner that we were supposed to, based on his designs. And shout out to Dan Klingensmith, right? So he's got a Kickstarter going on right now, volume 9 and 10 of creating G.I. Joe. So check it out. That's a great book because then it shows you Ron Rudat was probably the guy who should take most of the credit due to his designs. That's not to dismiss Bobby there, because Larry penned the wonderful narrative and the file cards that gave everything that flavor. But Ron's early designs on everything is really the kind of the Kickstarter, if you will, of G.I. Joe. But I don't know. Do we want to talk some figures, guys? We talk some G.I. Joe figs.
Sure.
Let's do it. Let's got it. All right. First thing we got up. We got the hiss abs. Oh, never mind. I thought we were doing a comment. Let's do a comment right now.
Oh,
Leanne, the hiss absolutely blew up on the Joe's groups for the Rancor and Hellchar scene. Yeah, I mean that's a funny thing is the Joe groups, which is mostly negative before, are pretty happy because we're winning right now, right, KJ?
I wanted that Rancor. That Rancor, once again, if they came down at that price, if that Rancor was $350, I probably wouldn't have done it. I think the Rancor was like $450 or something like that. It was something insane. It was something crazy.
Yeah.
There you go. David Allen, who knows a lot about G.I. Joe. Shout out to him. I'm going to be on a show when I get back. Yeah, that's the deal with Ron Rudat. And all right, let's talk figures. Army builders.
Yes.
Army builders. We're doing single case packs, right, Bobby? Right. So the Cobra Frogmen, the eels, and then the surf, and then now Tony Romo will have some fun right now with the serpents. So yeah, you want to continue, KJ?
No, they need to bring out all these. We already saw the pipeline reveals. We saw some of the renders from San Diego Comic-Con. So now we can start seeing the next iterations of those. So we can see painted renders. We can see paint masters. We can see all the things they got planned. Maybe if they want to, because the Joe groups are like, give us more figs. Well, the figs are coming. We're already starting to see notices for more Python Patrol, more Tiger Force. And yes, overseas, they got their hands on those. We can touch more on later about them being a Pulse exclusive now. So I hope y'all enjoyed the good times while they lasted. But we're going to see more. And they're being, Emily and Lenny, they're being transparent about the design, about how much they're diving into the world, right? This is only the beginning. Still a young line. We're talking about Marvel Legends 20. We're talking about Classified Year 2. Yep. Ever since it got unveiled in February 2020 at the New York Toy Fair. Give it some time and play with your figs.
I think the thing is, guys, is that we're gonna obviously it's a pipeline progression thing with G.I. Joe, right? So whatever we saw last time, we're gonna see the next step this time. So like you said, we got the digital renders. We're gonna actually where we saw the early digital renders, then we'll see what the figures look like based on the black and white renders and the castings, and then you get into the pre-order. So it's kind of like, it's cool. I like the pipeline, even though with distribution, hopefully there was something coming out. Of course, His Tank and Yak Face both covered this, is that the Hasbro is going to shore up their distribution. We're starting to see it, right? I mean, I don't know. At least with Amazon and Target, the things we've been waiting for forever, they're all coming in at once now. And that's kind of been one of the few things. I think we're all attacking the HasLab because we're finally getting our toys in now. So it's like, what do? We got nothing to bitch about. We got all our stuff. All right, let's attack this like $350 car. But now we're starting to get figures. We got single case packs. Army building now. I don't know, Bobby. Like, are we gonna see more stuff on the shelves with GI Joe or what? I mean, come on.
I mean, okay. See more stuff on the shelf. Oh, okay. I'm so over. Yeah. Well, no, because like I'm like, oh, I'm gonna like look away. And it's like, oh, there I am. No, look. At Comic-Con we saw like Shipwreck, Torpedo.
Yes.
And I think you're right. I think we'll definitely see
rock and roll. What was it? Rock and roll. Yeah.
I think we'll see those in if.
Dairy Queen ice cream soldier exclusive.
I wouldn't be shocked.
Friendly's ice cream soldier. I'm kidding. I'm joking. Shout out to Marauder. We hope you all feel better, man. I know I got to chop it up with him this morning and glad to touch base and see some progress and hear about his status. And we're with you, guy. We love you.
Yeah. Show some love to my dude, Marauder Ruben on Instagram, man. Show some love.
But no, I think I wouldn't be actually. I'll say this: I wouldn't be shocked if we actually saw some prototypes in hand of Shipwreck. Because I mean,
that would be amazing. Yeah, that would help.
Everyone has been wanting Shipwreck since the launch. All right, and like KJ just said, it's a very young line. Like, yeah, we're doing like 20th anniversary of Hasbro of Marvel Legends. G.I. Joe's getting it, hit and run, Major like so. But I would not be shocked if we saw maybe some prototypes because I think Lenny and co, especially after the reaction that they got at Comic-Con when those got shown, I wouldn't be shocked to be like, holy shit, yeah, Trouble Bubble, like a prototype of that because we saw it when he showed the prototype of the Charger.
Great call. Yep.
He was like, hey, we can't move them because it's so delicate because it is a 3D rendered pretty much 3D print job. Mm-hmm. So I would not be shocked if we saw prototypes of certain figures that we saw at Comic-Con just because it is PulseCon. If it was just like another like Fan First Friday, 100% 3D rendered.
You got exactly to where I wanted to go with this because KJ. So here's the thing: they always say they announce two things. But this is PulseCon. Bobby brought up a wonderful point because I was like, oh, well, we're just going to get the update because I'm seeing that in a lot of comments. We're going to get the updates. We're going to see maybe the figures of the renders and all this. But are they just going to announce two figures at PulseCon? Again, this is a Super Bowl, NBA Finals, NASCAR, Daytona. That's everything to them. So, Cage?
I think, they can do two figures because that's all they need to do at this point. G.I. Joe Classified.
I like that counterpoint too. That's good. That's good stuff. Yeah.
And it's, G.I. Joe right now, they're the only ones still delivering. You can go to Target. They're still $19.99 on the pegs sometimes where you go, right? If you want to do customization, they're the best figures to get started with, to add on accessories and whatnot, to really plus up your line. To get other Marvel Legends or... say what?
Sorry, I was going to say, and shout out, speaking of customization, right there, that hit and run, Ryan Sweeney, right? Because hit and run is like, got to be one of my, I need him. I need a classified one. If I can't have Ryan's, I want classified. So I got that up there and remember, they're watching us. Lenny's a fan of 3D printing, custom. You saw the interview. He's a fan of Gridiron. He was in our chat. And they're welcome to the Terror Drum. They're fans. They're watching. Emily used to be in his tank. I don't know if she is anymore, but they're watching. They're seeing what the community's doing, and they're giving it to the rest of the people that aren't able to customize. So hit and run, right?
I mean, if you want to hit and run, you can go. Shout out to gridironprops.com, Gridiron Studios, right? Yep. Go to the store, grab some paint, grab some apple barrel, grab some Karam coat. Go nuts, go for it. Just have fun and see if you can bring it to life. That's what I would say. But sooner or later, we're going to get a classified hit and run. It's going to be super dope. You're going to get that version of Major Blood. You're going to get Iron Grenadiers. You're going to get Ninja Storm. You're gonna get Night Force. Like, we're gonna get this.
Here we go. Night Force, right on cue. You said Night Force. I clicked that button. Ripcord. We got 118. Are we going to get 112 now? Ripcord now. This was never a thing. And now we're going to just get regular Ripcord, which is beautiful.
Yeah, it's going to be great. Shout out to Marlon Wayans, my Ripcord, my Wallace Wings.
Well, here's a great suggestion. They said, give us 2 head sculpts, because if you look at the body, all you need to do is flip the head. You don't need to worry about the neck. He's got he's got the whole bundle up here. He's got the hands. He's got gloves. I would love to have a Marlon Wayans variant. It doesn't have to be him. You don't have to pay licensing, but give us a different, version. Give us some diversity, and then you get yourself an army builder, right?
That's pretty cool. I mean, work for Valaverse. You got the troopers here. Like, you can have different head sculpts and whatnot. So, like, here's the Delta Trooper with the gridiron. Of course, I prefer the gridiron accessories, but you see that we have Anglo head sculpts and African American head sculpts. Mm-hmm. No reason for Classified not to do the same thing with some of these characters, different interpretations. Yep. Why not?
Why not? Now, I do want to shout out, Diane had a great one. What I'd like to see is more details about the plan for the next few years. I don't even think they know what they're doing next month, but not even no pipeline things, just an overall sketch framework. I don't know. Are they going to release the plans? It's like, I think we have to infiltrate. I am going to be in Providence, Rhode Island. It's only down the street from Pawtucket. Maybe I'll steal the key from Lenny's back pocket when he drinks too much, and I will get the plans. So we'll see what happens there. I don't know about that, but all right. This is what I want to see right now. Crocmaster was a big success.
Yes.
And now, why wouldn't you do Mutt and Junkyard? You can charge us the deluxe price. They love that. They love seeing how big Crocmaster was, and Mutt and Junkyard is a much more popular character. And
I'm a dog person, so we need a happy dog face and an angry dog face. Right?
Yeah,
Timber, how many head sculpts came with Timber?
2.
All right, so we need that. We need that.
Yeah.
For Junkyard.
Yeah, we need a good boy and the bestest boy. So, give me those 2 faces. Yeah, I agree with you, KJ.
But I think, with the success of, people are going to keep buying Snake Eyes and Timber. Crocmaster, they love the animal lines, right? So it's like, it makes sense. You get the deluxe price. You could throw it in a box. Doesn't have to be no plastic. And you get the animal, you get the higher price. And he's a popular character, and Classifieds are selling. Now, the other point of this is, they did say no characters are untouchable, right? So we have Kamakura, the success of the next picture I should tell you about with the Blue Ninjas. People are going crazy. So why not, which aren't even a thing. They're cyborgs in the comic. Why not heal? I would love to see Agent Helix. KJ, are you reading these comics? And
yeah, man. In fact, hold on. I think I got some extra hairs. As a little present to myself, I went ahead and I picked up some of the Joe comics.
Well, there you go. There's a great point by Dreadnought Ryan. He says, and I'll pull you up, KJ.
Yeah. You
can get the repaint in the Slasmaros. And yeah, I haven't gotten my comics because I'm not home, but I do want, is that $298, the variant?
Yeah, it's $297 and $298. So then it'll be $299, and then they'll close out with $300.
And that will be almost like a whole banner, right? It should all line up.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
And then we got, let's hit some comments here really quickly. We'll stay with Joe. All right. What's after the retro Walmart is over? I believe we said, what did we say that was going to be when the retro Walmart is over?
They might do an Arctic series. They might do something else. I'm not sure. I'm trying not
to. Here's the thing. There was some information that came out that they would continue when Hasbro said vintage carded figures are okay to have that little bit of plastic. But now, after seeing Dungeons and Dragons, does Dungeons and Dragons, does Emily kill her own line? No, it's not her decision. I'm kidding. She's marketing, she's PR, global direction, all that. But her new line, Dungeons and Dragons, going card on card, and that kills the retro line. So I don't know. I don't think retro line continues unless they can get the plastic. So Walmart, Slaughter's Marauders is going to be fan channel. Night Force. It's Night Force. That's what it is. Night Force.
Perhaps.
No, I think that's what it is. I think from the insiders, that's what we got. Oh, here's another great comment. Yeah, no Don Moreno. Why not? There's a million.
It's going to take time. It'll take time because just doing Kamakura and then Agent Helix and whatnot, that whole lore, the build up to Snake Eyes 2, Don Marino, it's gonna take time to really get the whole Joe fan community behind it, because the comic book readers is a really small subset. They kept the fandom alive from Devil's Due all the way to IDW. And it's give or take. There was a new comic book line where the Joes were on the run. I wasn't really too much of a fan of that one. I like the stuff that they were doing before. I like having Hama back. I like they brought the numbering back, right? So it's just going to take some time to really get everyone into all the different Renegades, Resolute, right? It's going to take time to do all those figures. Hey, I'll be right back.
You got it. All right. So after these messages, all right. So here we go. Yeah, O-Ring. They haven't really updated us on O-Ring, so that is definitely frustrating. Yay, comics, of course, Diana. We salute you coming towards the end, of course, with 300, and good luck with the rest of the end game on that. Let's see what we got. Follow up. Hey, the hardcover 40th anniversary book is out next month, I believe. Lots of bonus material that wasn't in the trade period. Nice. Got to pick that up. And we got Jeremy Kimberlin. Retro was dropped before they reversed that call, so Retro may return. They did say they had a plan for O-Ring, which is Hasbro Pulse, but they did have they didn't kill Retro completely, so that might be a thing. So we might see 4-inch Joes. Oh, it's interesting. Land says, do we think they'll address the whole Pulse only exclusive in Europe thing? Oh, yeah, that's right. So people were getting classified Joes early from the UK. Not going to happen. Maybe that was it. I think Emily was starting to comment about that before this became a thing, about how dates were messed up and people were getting them. I think it frustrated them that people were getting things early. And I think they're starting to take control of it by locking it down in the UK. So we'll see there. All right. Next up is the beautiful Blue Ninja set. Bobby, did you pick this one up?
I didn't. It's one of those things I didn't pick it up, and I'm kind of regretting it. Because you post some really dope photos, and I'm like,
because I think the key was that the price was good. Because as we see the prices of everything going up, and it was $45 for the two, and you got the 2 additional head sculpts, and the ability to mix and match. I have a little review on the Toy Kind of Mood Instagram, so I'm not going to. Most of you guys got this stuff. So I'm not going to go too deep into it. But, I just wanted to shout out how awesome the Blue Ninja 2-pack is. All right, we got to close down soon. I'm going to finish. Go ahead, Bobby, last points. And then we got to go through the rest of the schedule and a little bit of news, and I got to head out pretty soon.
Oh, no. So, I was just saying, they look dope, and I wish I would have gotten them. And if I'll have to get them on the secondary market, and that it is what it is. What is.
It is what it is. Any final thoughts on Joe, KJ, before this is our bread and butter, of course, but before we move on to a couple other things and scoot out of here. We got Star Wars.
It's an exciting time to be a Joe fan. I do not think Emily and Lenny will disappoint this weekend.
Agreed.
Wonderful. All right. So you guys are super excited for this. I know you are. Avalon Hill, HeroScape, HasLab. Okay, so just to recourse, the G.I. Joe panel is at 1:15 Eastern on Saturday. That's our big time right there. So once again, I think that's 10:15 in the morning on the West Coast, 1:15 G.I. Joe. And then up after that will be a quickie, Avalon Hill, 45 minutes, 2:15, the HeroScape HasLab. I got nothing, Bobby.
Nothing.
All right, cool. Rapid fire, Magic the Gathering, Secret Lair. This is at 3:00. This is only a half an hour panel. So, a great time to go outside is between, Star Wars and Indiana Jones.
If you need a break.
But Ronnie's going to kill us. Ronnie Leclerc, what's up, man? I hope I can catch up with him. He's only about 20 minutes away. So 15 minutes away.
Shout out to Doom 58.
That's what's up. Yes. Doom 58. If you love Magic, follow Doom 58 on YouTube. Shout out to Ronnie. But I got nothing. And then next is now this is interesting. Now here's the thing. The description said they're going to celebrate the classic films. So those worried about it being a new movie IP, kind of like Snake Eyes, G.I. Joe Origins, it's going to be the traditional Indiana Jones. KJ.
I can't wait to start building jungle dioramas in ruins. I'm betting that this is going to be a 3 3/4 scale. I don't think this is going to be 6-inch scale.
Oh,
no
I
matter
like
the
that.
scale, I'm going to
it.
collect this. But I don't think it's going to be 6-inch.
I'm going to disagree, and mainly just because I want a 6-inch Indiana Jones. I've already got the 3 3/4 Indiana Jones figure. Look, this is one of the reasons why I became a teacher. It's one of the reasons why I have, a khaki shirt and I have the movie poster. I have the trilogy. I absolutely effing love Indiana Jones. And yes, it is as Harrison Ford said, it's just Han Solo in the desert, and I'm cool with that. Look, I want Indiana Jones in his professor suit. I want Indiana Jones in his leather jacket. I want Indiana Jones sleeves ripped off and cracking the whip. I want Indiana Jones. But I want 6-inch figures. I'm with you, KJ. Give me the dioramas. I'm gonna start putting this together. Have them fighting. Punching Nazis in the face, and yelling, "It belongs in a museum." Yeah. I'm so effing stoked for this. I am.
I'm just shocked that we got more viewers when we stopped talking about G.I. Joe. This is weird. Okay, so I'm done with Jones. Let's move on. Here we go. Star Wars, the thing I used to love when it comes to toys before classified line. But look, I think we're just going to see the pipeline reveal. So from Comic-Con and the other spring PulseCon, there's a whole, Return of the Jedi's 40th anniversary, of course, is coming up. So the key here, Dark Saber Mando, supposed to be an all-new mold.
Okay.
An all-new sculpt or whatever. So that's interesting since we've gotten 100 Mandalorians in the past 6 months or a year, including one we'll show in a bit. And then the big key here is the Book of Boba Fett. Talk about damage control. Black Chrysanthemum, we're going to get the real deal from the TV show and not the one that,
Damn straight.
Yeah, what the email. And they'll get those knuckle duster hands with them, man. That'd be cool. Give us some alternate hands. Look, that's just, we got pipelines. That's it. Look, we got the, what is it? The Trooper set, another Boba Fett Deluxe, I believe, and then just a whole bunch of Wicket. I get Wicket. I can't wait. That was my favorite Kenner toy as a kid. But yeah, I don't know. More of the same, guys, with Star Wars. But here's some predictions. Mara Jade and Scorch. Now, one's from a comic, one's from a video game. Republic Commandos. The Delta Force is almost complete, right? So we're gaming grades. I think Scorch could be that. It's interesting because from the looks of it, it looks like a deluxe, and then the rest are not. So that gaming greats, have we gotten a deluxe gaming greats, KJ? I don't remember.
Wasn't one of the Republic Commandos deluxe? Or is it just because the pricing are so high that
the pricing is high?
Whoops, all Ewoks.
Whoops, all Ewoks. I'll take that. I love the Ewoks.
That's funny, but no, Mara Jade would be just incredible from the Thrawn trilogy. Man, we got to get some all new characters. So
gotta get those legends. I mean, some of those characters were great, and we lived with those characters longer than we did with the Disney Plus stuff. So screw it, man. Let's go ahead. It's all up for grabs, right? They got like Sergeant Creel with the lightsaber. You know what? Like, do it. Yes, Coder. Yes, all of that. Do it.
This is what we wanted. We need Star Killer, of course, but this was from a convention, so this is actually happening with Darth Malak and Bastilla Shan. So that's hopefully they're interesting sculpts and not just reuse. But it's Star Wars, so probably will be. Okay, so the big news this week with Star Wars that takes us into PulseCon was
Don't get me started on this one. I'm surprised they didn't do $89.99 for this. It's a 3-pack. No Way Home. $89.99. Like, no, just we got the Mando, we got Ahsoka. That child was clearing for like $2 or $3 on Dork Side. And now they want $67, $70. Chaz, holler at me on this. Figure guy.
Is that what they're doing? Is that what it's going for? $70?
Right here. You called it. You said, Chaz, holler at me. Look at this. We're paying $68 for a spear and a cloak, guys.
Miss me with that right there. I need my money. I need my money.
Tony Rose, what's up? It's called BS for a reason. Oh man, this is.
Hey Trav, quick question.
What's up,
talking on the Boba Fett Deluxe, how much more Deluxe can we get with Boba Fett with all the figures we've gotten?
Well,
I mean, we've
hold on a
gotten.
second. So yeah, we're talking about who's the guy from the Timothy Oliphant guy from Justified.
Yeah, that was Deluxe, and he had nothing but an extra.
He had nothing. Wrecker was Deluxe. People held off on collecting Bad Batch because Wrecker was $35. And then it cratered down to $10, $15. That's when I got Wrecker. And then that's when I started getting everything else. Right? Yeah. So they're getting in the way of their own fandoms. They're getting in the way of people collecting these things, having good vibes, having good feelings about these different sublines. I didn't get Kenobi. There's like 8 Kenobis. There's like cutting fish Kenobi. There's
it comes with a hat.
Yeah. It's like, no. So the holiday ones, I'm buying this whole wave, and I just had to eat crow for everything I said. These are going to be different exclusives: Amazon, GameStop, Walmart, Target, Fan Channel, you name it. I'm getting all of these. I love each and every last one of these, and I'm getting them. But I'm going to skip all the other ones, though. Yeah,
they're all set for, I think, release on 11/1. Other than Amazon as the first order Stormtrooper at October 25th, and then Target Mando Warrior is November 16th. Otherwise, everybody's November 1st, I think, for release. I don't think for pre-order, but $28 a piece, KJ. You're doing that.
I'm getting them because there are better designs than for last year. You have an ugly sweater Mandalorian. You have a gingerbread. It's like I'm like, give me all of those. Like, you got a white chocolate Chewbacca. I don't care. I'm getting.
They're ready to roast your chestnuts at the gridiron family event.
No. The ladies, they love this stuff. They love the fun figures. They love the Christmas figures and all that. I'll be like, here, Merry Christmas. I got this for you. And then that's you had those Christmas parties. That's how you have those September babies. So don't get me started. Don't get me started.
Look, there were two here I would get. I'd get that Mando and I'd get that Scout Trooper. Oh, we do need Hanukkah ones. Yeah. Like all in blue.
Do we have any
a pork dreidel? I'll take one of those.
Should have been the Hanukkah one.
Give them to me. I'll take them.
We talked about Rancor and, of course, the Ravis lightsaber. Do we have any predictions, real predictions for Star Wars for PulseCon? I mean, I showed some stuff I'd like to see. What you guys got? Anything? This line is, they're Star Wars and they're just going to pretend everything's okay like they normally do, and business as usual, I think. What do you think?
I think if they play their cards right with all the shows that are coming out, make it fun, make it something that lasts. Think about IG-88 sacrificing himself at the end of season 1, right? Like, think about how cool it was to see Ahsoka appear in live action, or the unveiling of Luke in his fucking prime, right? Yeah. So if they hit it with these shows episode for episode, they can have as much pulp cultural impact as a movie, and they could even move even more product than a movie can, right? I remember, like, before lockdown, the first time I went fig hunting was for that damn Black Series Mandalorian. You couldn't get it. I had to go all the way out to like Tarzana or something like that to get it. And yes, I got it for a friend of mine, right? But and I still ended up collecting that Heavy Mando. The world shut down, and now it's opening back up. So if we want to keep collecting and keep enjoying this golden age of Star Wars and Joes and everything else, hopefully they give us what they want for the money they're asking for. If not, that perceived value is just a shell game. It's just an illusion. And then we're just going to go elsewhere with this money. Right.
Go ahead, Bobby.
And I gotta agree with KJ there. I mean, and with the fact that we're getting the Ahsoka TV show, with a live action Sabine, with a live action Who?
I know exactly who you're talking about from Star Wars Rebels. They announced.
Yes, because we're getting the live action Rebels on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
It's just it always feels to me like when it comes to like Marvel or like with the Marvel Legends or with G.I. Joe, we get like the main figures, and every now and then we'll get like an offshoot figure, like they did with Razorback. Like, who the F is this guy? He's a D-lister at best. All right, whatever. With Disney, it's like, oh, remember that guy that threw out the trash? Here's his figure. Like, well, I don't want that. I don't want.
Ezra.
Here's a droid that you saw going across, but he bumped the wall.
Ezra Miller. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, Ezra.
Yeah. Ezra. But it's one of those things where like Star Wars always puts out a ton of figures that nobody wants because they think that Star Wars fans just want them all. No, we want the heroes.
Well, that was evidenced by KJ saying he's buying all the holiday figures. So
I'm getting all these holiday figures.
Okay, these are like limited, but like
I know. I'm kidding.
But like Bad Batch season 2, yeah, like we could see some of that. Or look, I won't lie. If the Scout Trooper spin-off show that we got was the one with like the 2 Scout Troopers, Ted Lasso and the dude from Happy Endings. I can't think of their names right now. I'd watch that.
Hey, hang on. I got to shout out my boy TJ Wims. He is America's favorite D-list actor. He's one of my heroes in the business. He's great. There is nothing wrong with being a D-list actor, but there's something wrong with being a D-list Star Wars action figure.
There we go.
That's right. All right.
Also, Mask is amazing, Walter. Mask is amazing.
The best theme song from Saturday morning.
He said the figures suck, not the cartoon.
The figures are amazing. Like the little figures, and like no, bad Walter. Anyways.
Oh, look at this one. This is great. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, I think.
No, you go.
Yeah.
You go.
Yep.
Are you gonna go or am I gonna go? Who's going? All right, hold on.
Too many chefs in the kitchen.
Shout out to my cosplay ladies. Shout out to my geeky toy ladies. Yeah.
Hello, ladies. Hello, ladies. Would you like a gingerbread figure?
All right, I'll let you guys. I'm not touching no more comment. All right, let's fly through this. We got a little bit left. I want to give a shout out to Tamashi Nations for this awesome. I started at Comic-Con. I started with the throne. I think actually I saw this at Star Wars Celebration. It's the movie realization Book of Boba Fett, Samurai Meisho style. And it comes with the gaffy stick, which is really cool. And then the chain gauntlet. I got the one, what was it? Mandalorian with the crib and the lone wolf and cub for like almost half price from GameStop. So don't pay $125 for this thing. You can get it for $75.99.
My Moth-X Jordan I got for half price. So just wait and shop around. Yep. Wait till you get the price that you're looking for, and you might be able to even get those import figures, and then use that money towards other stuff for your collection.
All right, we already went over this, and then more McFarlane. There was a Omega Spawn Mega Fig. We got Bobby here. You want to run us through this one? I think it went on Amazon today too. Shout out to Paternia. Follow him.
Yeah. I mean, look, I do get some McFarlane figures. I just got Ghost Killer from the Justice League line, just because it looked just too damn cool to pass up. And also, he still keeps his line at $20. Yeah, right. Have to respect that.
Well, this mega fig would be 50, right?
This will be 50.
It'll be 40.
40.
Yeah. That's nice. That's not bad for a mega fig.
No,
and the thing.
Yeah. And once again, like you can get them on sale. Plague Spawn. I mean, the Spawn line looks dope as hell. It really does. Like, and granted, like there are $20 for regular, $40 for the mega figs. And can you play with them? No, he doesn't know how to make playable toys, but he makes toys that look amazing on a shelf that you can go, hey, look, and then makes your significant other wonder why they were with you in the first place. But they look awesome on the shelf.
All right, more shout outs. We got Ringside Collectibles. It was great having a beer with John last week. JP from Ringside. The Mega Power set is now on pre-order. RingsideCollectibles.com. Don't miss it. This is a great set. The handshake.
I might have to get that. Brother. I might have to get that because never do you actually see on TV the effects of a shit ton of cocaine happening in real life, like cocaine and steroids, like shaking hands. in one moment. I think that needs to be up. I love that Ringside Collectibles is doing this. That needs to be applauded. And like, look, kids, here's what you don't do, but buy the figures.
Buy the figure, Macho Man. He's the greatest. And then another one is we got the ult. This is so I've seen this in person for 2 weeks now, and I put my pre-order in. It's a no-brainer. It is the Ultimate Edition from WWE, and it's Ultimate Warrior with and he's actually, if you look really, really closely, let's see if you can see it. On that knee, on the left, his left knee pad, you can see Macho Man's, that digital imprint of Macho Man's face on it. That's when he faced him. It's a great set. And then that's the Ultimate Brock Lesnar. Comes with that was like, they call it the prediction Brock Lesnar because they thought he was going to win both titles. Just a great set. 33 points of articulation and incredible drop. You get your drop down hits, butterfly butterfly joints and whatnot. There's a great set. Another you can pre-order at ringsidecollectibles.com. What else we got? Oh, okay. RumbleCon coming up.
All right.
Shout out to the Fabster. He went live a bunch of times and I missed it because I'm on vacation. So I got some catching up to do, but I know he's got his RumbleCon predictions coming up. And you could watch it all there. RumbleCon exclusive, Union Gomez, and his itinerary for RumbleCon just from a day ago. He's got 2 streams there. He is the greatest Mezco YouTuber alive, and he's a great guy. He's one of my best friends. It's Fabster. And then congratulations. Go subscribe to Fabster, but congratulations to this guy for hitting 2K. To Kenny 2K, I'm going to start calling him like he's WWE NBA. Kenny 2K, Toy Connections, a big supporter of the channel, one of Ryan's best friends, and he's a great dude. Love working with him with Gridiron and whatnot. But yeah, he just hit 2,000. And I love his take. He takes you through a toy museum. It's not just the news like we do. He goes over the historic artifacts and whatnot. But I think what else we got? I just wanted to put this meme because it reminded me of Bobby. It is. We knew we'd have Chaz in the chat, so I was like,
so this is 100% true. 100% true. Why did I pre-ordered them like months ago? It's a surprise. I don't even know what I got. I don't know what happened.
That's it. Guys, do you have any more shout outs before we head out of here?
Just shout out to Doom Days, my dude Rick Lopez. That man must have got a dozen blue ninjas and just finessed them. So check out my dude on Instagram for real. Always putting up good stuff. Great artwork.
Yep, Bobby.
I've got nothing. And I'm sorry, real quick. What is this? A Zorro with Antonio Banderas and
Boss Fight. They're doing fantastic figures.
That's amazing. I've got nothing. My voice is actually kind of sore from doing my my Hogan and Macho Man cocaine steroid impersonation.
Drink water.
I gotta get some water right there because that was that was good. I mean, I won't lie, I did a pretty damn good impersonation of that.
That was great.
But I'm also sober, so it kind of hurts the throat. All right.
And also, one more time, get that Bratz cruiser car. If you're taking photos, you're building dioramas, get it. It is super compatible with Legends, Classified, hell, Black Series. It is well worth it. $40. A lot of fun. It's crazy. Tony's _figs put me onto this, and it's Babster as well. So check it out.
That's right. Oh, let me address this before I go. Here we go. Andrew, what's up, man? Am I going to see you and brother Eric at the show this weekend? I am not sure. Has yet to be determined. I was hoping Ronnie could join us and a few other people, but we'll talk. We'll talk. How about that? Either way, I'd love to see you guys before I head to either New York or back to LA. So let's talk about it. Thank you guys so much. Shout out to all of you. But shout out to my mom. I'm doing a podcast in her dining room. And she's trying to prepare a party that some of my hometown homies are coming to. We're going to watch a little AEW Dynamite. We're going to have some great New Bedford food. Shout out to you, Mama. And that's all I got. Doesn't get any better than that. Go Bruins. They won their first preseason game in overtime last night.
No one cares about hockey. No one cares about hockey, Travis.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
All right. Well, I'm going to give you a hockey fight next time I see you. Hey, who's that? What are you rooting for? You don't even have a team. Was it Dallas Stars?
No.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. Thank you so much. But yeah, that's it, guys. I gotta go. I've already been sitting in our dining room for 20 hours preparing the show, but it was worth it. You guys all watched and joined, and it was amazing as always. PulseCons this weekend. It's Friday. It's Saturday. We will have coverage. I don't know how again, but we will. And for Bobby, For KJ, I'm Travis Moody. It's been Toy Kind of Mood, episode 93. We'll see you in the twirl or your mama's dining room table. See you later.
Peace.
Oh, supposed to hit that video thing, huh?
Yeah,
You could help with that.
Video.
Oh, there you go.
All right.